Let's just put it right out there, we're all completely exhausted from trying to remember passwords. I mean, you add in multi-factor authentication, or MFA, and just checking your email can honestly feel like a full-time job. Which brings up a really great question. Since we've got MFA pinging our phones with secure codes constantly, does password complexity actually matter anymore? Like, can we finally just stop creating those ridiculously complicated logins? Well, the short answer is yes. Let's dive into our first section, complex passwords. Because especially for highly sensitive accounts like your email or your bank, a genuinely complex password is still the absolute primary wall between you and a hacker. You see, a truly strong password needs to mix it up. We're talking uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters, all jumbled together in a random sequence. It really all comes down to the math. Every single extra character you throw in there exponentially increases the difficulty for a malicious program trying to crack it. It's like adding pieces to a giant puzzle. But okay, how on earth are you supposed to remember 50 different strings of total gibberish? Well, you don't. And that brings us to the next section, password managers. The crucial, absolutely game-changing point here is that you really only need to remember one single master password. Just one solid, unbreakable key to unlock all your other accounts. It literally eliminates password fatigue. A good password manager, like 1Password for example, just handles all that heavy lifting for you. It securely stores those impossible-to-guess passwords for every single site, so you can use unique credentials absolutely everywhere, without the constant headache of actually trying to recall them all. So, how do we actually make that single master password both highly secure and easy to remember? Well, let's take a look at our next section, passphrases. Basically, a passphrase is just a longer string made up of random words. Think of that classic tech example, right? Correct horse battery staple. Because it's so long, it's incredibly complex for a hacker's software to guess. But for you, picturing a funny mental image of a horse and a battery, that's super easy to remember and type out. Now let's all just take a deep breath. Moving on to less complex password use. Because let's be real, not every single thing in your digital life has to be locked down like Fort Knox. For high security accounts like your banking or your primary email, maximum complexity is completely non-negotiable. But for low security accounts, say a local forum for pet owners, a shorter, much more memorable password is totally fine. You just have to avoid the obvious stuff, you know? No names, no birth dates, no simple dictionary words. All right, let's bring the whole shebang together and answer our core question as we move into wrapping up. The bottom line, password complexity absolutely still matters. That complexity is what prevents hackers from just brute forcing their way right into your data. And look, multi-factor authentication is a fantastic tool. It really is. But it's an extra layer of security. It is absolutely not a substitute for a strong password. I like to think of a complex password as the actual physical lock on your front door. An MFA? Well, that's just an extra deadbolt. You wouldn't leave your front door wide open just because you happen to have a deadbolt installed somewhere, right? So take a look at your most important accounts today and really ask yourself, is your digital front door actually locked, or have you just been relying on the deadbolt this whole time?